Yeah, hello all. Welcome back. In the previous session, we have discussed what exactly the item categories which we will use for different order types, right? And for different scenarios.
Mm,
And what is the item category we will use for bomb header pricing?
TAQ.
TAQ.
Mm,
Okay? Okay.
mm,
So we have covered all of them, right? Now, in this session, what we are going to do is we will go through the item category controls.
mm,
Like we have seen the controls in sales document types in the transaction VO V8. Here we will see the item category controls in the transaction VO V7. So let me go through the transaction. So here let me take the standard item category TIN, and actually I don't want to disturb the standards, so I would like to create a new one here. So I just have copied TIN and I am creating a new one here. It's nothing but MAN. Okay.
mm,
So see, here the first control is item type, right?
mm,
It will control the functionality of the line item. That is, whether the item is a standard item or text item or value item or packing item. That's what will be controlled by the field item type. Okay. So let me tell you what exactly the difference between standard item, value item, and text item as well as packing item here. So if it is a standard item, what it means is it is the item which will sell to the customer. Okay, it is the
mm.
item which will sell to the customer, and the item is the tangible one. Means we can touch it. Sorry, it is the tangible one or intangible one.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
So here standard item means it is the item which will sell to the customer, and the item may be either tangible or intangible. What do you mean by tangible? Do you know what exactly the tangible
Tangible.
item and intangible item?
Tangible means which we can touch, like is a physical good.
Yes. Intangible means we cannot touch that.
Intangible means we cannot touch and it will background. It's a background process. It will go.
Yeah. Okay.
Services kind of thing.
Yes.
Service item.
So
Service is intangible.
yeah, the tangible items are the service. Sorry, the standard item is nothing but either the tangible one or intangible one.
Tangible means goods. Intangible means services.
Yeah. And see here, standard item, value item, and text item and packing items are there. So as we have gone through standard item. Standard item means it may be either the tangible item or intangible item, whatever it may be.
Mm,
Okay, which will sell to the customers.
okay.
And see, what do you mean by text item here? Text item is the
Information kind
item
of.
which consists of some information which will deliver to the customer without charging anything. Did you get me?
Okay.
Text item is the item which will deliver to the customer without charging anything. Let me give you an example. If you are purchasing one television,
Mm.
so along with the television, you will get a manual book also,
Mm.
right? That is nothing but the text item. Are you paying something to the manual? No, you
No.
are paying only to the TV, but you are not paying to the text item, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the manuals and books, these will be called as text items.
Next item.
Here the next one is value item. Value item is the item which consists of some value which will be delivered to the customer without charging. Which will deliver to the customer without charging. Let me give you some example. If you are purchasing something, you may get some coupons and you may get some gift cards. In the same way, you may get some vouchers, right?
Mm.
Those items will consist of some value, but you are not charging something to them. So those items will be called as value items.
Okay.
So are you clear?
Clear.
And the next one is packing item.
Mm. Mm.
Let me tell you, packing item is the item which will be used to pack the main item. So let me give you an example. If you are purchasing the television, along with the television, what will you get?
Remote.
Okay, a remote. All these things you will get. Okay, and you will pay for them.
Mm.
But you will also get one cartoon or the box
Mm.
along with the TV, right? That will be used to pack that material.
Okay.
Okay, so that item will be called as packing item, and you are not going to pay something to the packing item. So the examples for the packing items are nothing but cartoons, boxes, soap, etc.
Mm.
Okay, so now if we go through this field, if the field value is blank, which means
Mm.
the item type is standard item,
Mm.
and if the field value is A, which means it is a value item, and if it is B, then it is the text item, and if it is C, then it will be the packing item. Okay,
Okay.
and the standard item category for value item is TAW,
W.
and the standard item category for text item is
TATX.
yes TATX.
ATX.
Okay, are you clear?
Clear.
Okay, so let us move to the next field here, which is nothing but business item.
Business item.
So if we check this, then system will allow to change the business data. What is the business data? Business data of the customer is nothing but the data in
Sales.
sales tab and billing tab, right? At the item level. So if you check this, then the system will allow us to change the business data at the item level. And if you uncheck, the system will not allow you to change the business data at item level. Are you clear? Yeah, okay then. So we have gone through the item type, right? And the second one is business item.
Business item.
Okay. So business item means which consists of, let me tell you what exactly the business item, and if we check the business item here in the item category controls, what will happen? If you check this, then the system will allow you to change the business data at the item level. Business data means the data which is copied from sales tab and billing tab of the customer master.
Mm.
If you uncheck, then the system will not allow you to change the business data at item level.
Mm.
The business data fields are let me tell you, the business data fields at the item level will be disabled. Let me create one order. Let me go through the creation now on sales order. So here, let me give the customer and let me give the material here. So this is the item level, right? So if you go through this one and if you go here,
Mm.
where can you find the business data?
Bill.
Sales shipping tab. Shipping.
Sales and billing tab.
Mm.
Okay.
Where is the billing?
This is the billing tab, right? Billing
No,
document.
where is the business item option here?
Huh?
Not.
It doesn't contain any option here. It directly takes the data.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
It doesn't contain any field in billing document. It directly takes the data.
Yeah, of course. No. Let me tell you. If you go through the customer master here,
Mm.
in the customer master, if you go through the sales area data, here you can see the sales data and the billing document data, right? So this is what is called as business data.
Mm.
Okay. So
Okay.
this data will be copied into the sales order where you are creating, right?
Uh,
So here the what is the item category? TAM.
mm.
Okay. So let me go through
Mm.
VOV7
Mm.
and here our item category is TAN. So now what I'm trying to do is I would like to disable the I would like to uncheck this business item.
Uh,
So what will happen now? So if you go through the item level here, see the business data is disabled,
mm.
right?
Okay.
Mm.
Can you able to make the changes here?
No.
No.
No, right? So if you like to
Mm.
make the changes, then what you have to do? You have to make the changes there in the
Item category.
Item
yes,
category.
the item category controls.
Mm.
Here, let me change. So now if you are creating the order again, then the system will allow you to make the changes at the business data in the item level.
Mm.
See, now you can able to make the changes, right? So if you like to make the changes in the input terms, you can change here. So I just would like to make the change. Yes, I have made the changes as I have changed the input terms there. The previous input terms was CAF, right? But now I have changed it to FOB.
VOARP.
Vivo, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Mm.
So how the business data will be copied into the sales order, which will be copied from the
Sales
customer master
billing
sales
sales
tab
tab and
and
billing tab from the master from the customer master.
yes, the customer master sales tab and billing tab.
Mm.
And what is the table for business data?
VBKD.
Yes, it is VBKD.
Mm.
Okay. So let me go back here to our item category TAM. See, so we have covered the item type in the same way business item also.
Okay.
So the next one here is schedule line allowed. If you check this, then system will determine the schedule lines tab into the sales document. Okay, and if you uncheck this, then system will not determine the schedule line tab into sales document. So let me show you that. If you go to create one sales order, do you know what is the schedule line tab? This one, right?
Yeah.
So here it is getting determined. And if you uncheck this one, the schedule lines allowed, then when you are trying to create one order, what will happen? The schedule lines will not come here. See, can you able to see the schedule line? Wait.
Just
TAN కి మనం చేంజ్ చేస్తున్నాం.
సేవ్ చేసావా?
అది నాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు. నాకు తెలిసి అయినా వస్తుంది. See, now the schedule lines is not available. Okay.
Okay.
So if you uncheck the schedule lines allowed,
Not
then the
allowed.
system will not determine the schedule lines tab into sales document. Okay. So let me show you that when you are trying to create one order, and if you give the material here, see, the quantity is not getting taken because the schedule lines are, it is not allowing the schedule lines here. Okay. So you may get a doubt. You may get one doubt that what is the need of removing the schedule lines? Yes. You get the doubt?
If you don't want to do delivery, it doesn't require.
Yeah, that's good. And in which scenarios we want to do the delivery?
Delivery.
You are whatever you are expected. Whatever you said, that's the correct one. Okay, but I am expecting something that in which scenarios you are not going to do the delivery. Let me tell you, for the below item categories, schedule lines allowed is unchecked. Those are nothing but G to M.
Oh, for credit memo request or debit memo request?
Yes, if you are creating the credit memo request, then you will create the credit memo request with reference to the order, and you want to do the delivery. So if you are not doing the delivery, then what is the use of schedule lines there? Right? And for the debit memo request, and for the service item, TAD, and for the text item, TATX, and for the value item, TAW, for which we won't use schedule lines.
Okay.
In the same
Actually,
way,
we didn't get exactly.
yeah, in the same way for the contracts also, right? So you are creating the contracts. You will create the release orders, but you won't create something with a reference to, means something as a delivery to the contracts, right?
For all the contracts, value contract general, value contract material specific, right?
Yes, for the quantity contract.
Quantity contract. Okay.
Okay. If schedules means if the schedule lines allowed is unchecked, then the system consider the quantity as target quantity. That's what is happening there in contracts.
Okay.
Okay, so I think you are clear with them. So here the next one is item relevant for delivery. This one. Okay, this field is applicable only for the text item and the value item.
Text item or value item.
Text item or value item. If the text item and the value item is relevant for delivery, then we have to check this. If it is not relevant, then we won't check it. Okay.
Okay.
So the next field here is returns. So if you check this, then the system identifies that the goods are coming in and the accounting entry will be reversed here. What is the standard accounting entry while we are doing invoice?
Customer account credit.
Customer account debit to revenue account credit.
Debited revenue account credit.
Revenue.
So if you are clicking on means if you are checking this one, then what will happen?
Oh, then revenue account debit to customer account credit.
Yeah, absolutely. Then the accounting entry will be revenue account debit to the customer account credit.
Okay.
Let me tell you the scenarios where we will check these returns. Can you please give me some scenarios where you check the returns?
REN.
Yes. To the some of the item categories, we will check the returns. Let me tell you them. REN returns, KRN consignment returns,
Okay.
TASG third party returns, NLRN STO returns.
STO returns.
Yes.
Intercompany STO returns.
Yes, intercompany STO returns, NCRN and G2N.
Okay.
Credit memo request, invoice correction request.
Okay.
Okay?
For consignments, like any
Huh?
consignments.
Consignment return.
Yeah, for consignment returns, KRN also we will use it, right?
Okay then.
Okay? So here, let me ask you a small question. What happens if I check returns for the standard process? For the standard process, the returns will not be checked, right? For the return processes, we will check the returns here. But my question is, what will happen if you check returns for the standard process?
You said it is controlling the accounting entry.
Yes, the document value will become negative and the accounting entry will be a reverse. Okay? So this is what about the returns here. And the next field here is weight or volume relevant.
Okay.
If we check this, then system will calculate the weight and determines it into the sales document. Okay? What will happen if you check this? Then the system will calculate the weight and determines it into the sales document. If you check this, let me create one order. So where can we check that? In the shipping tab of line item. Okay, where is that?
Weight. Net weight. Gross weight, net weight.
Okay, and
Mm.
let me make changes to this one. Okay, and if we create an order, what will happen?
Mm.
As the weight and volume is not relevant,
Mm.
if you go through this one here, shipping, it's not allowing us to make the changes, and here the weight and volume is 0, right? Did you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pawan, you?
Yeah, got you.
Okay then. So here the next field is credit active.
Credit active.
Okay, if you check this, then the line item value will be updated into the credit management. If you check this, then the line item value will be updated into the credit management.
Okay.
If you uncheck, then it will not be updated to the credit management. So I can show you everything when you are dealing with the credit management. When we are discussing with the credit management and when we are creating the scenarios, at the time I will show you that.
Mm.
Okay, but for now, just for the sake of understanding, you have to remember this. And let me tell you, for which type of item, for which type of item categories, we have this credit check active. For TIN, standard item, and for L2N, debit memo request, and for KEN, consignment issue, and for LPN means scheduling agreement, right?
Scheduling agreement.
And for TIS, third party item, and TAB, what is the TAB?
TAB
IPO,
is
Third party.
IPO,
IPO tab.
TAK, make to order,
TAK is a make to order.
TAC, configurable material,
TAC is
TAD is for service material, and
a
TAQ,
service item.
yeah, service item, and
TAQ,
TAQ, bomb header pricing, main item.
header pricing. In it.
For all of them, the credit active will be checked here.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
So the next field here is determine cost. This one.
Hmm.
So actually, this field is a prerequisite to determine the VPRS condition type into sales document. As we have seen a condition type PR00, right? Like that, there is a condition type of VPRS,
Okay.
which is the cost condition type, which I have already told you.
We have seen before, right?
Yeah.
So somewhere else, VPRS
Yeah,
condition.
somewhere we have seen that. While we are creating payment terms,
EK1.
while we are creating payment terms, so we have discussed about SKTO and the same way VPRS.
VPRS condition.
But not an issue. While we are going through the pricing, at the time you will come to know this.
About cost condition type, you told EK01 also.
Yeah, those are different.
Mm.
EK01 and EK02 are both the cost condition types. Those are different.
Like
Here
in material
VPRS
master,
is,
maybe I think so. He taught us.
yeah. Here VPRS is the cost condition type. I will let you know when we are creating, because at this time if I can explain you also you cannot able to understand. When we are going through the pricing at the time, if we use the condition type, then you will come to know, okay, this is what the purpose of VPRS condition type and this is what is doing this one. So you can able to know that. Okay. So here as we are discussing the controls, you note down the key points related to the fields here.
Mm.
If we check it, then only the VPRS condition type will be determined into the sales document. And if you uncheck, then the VPRS condition type will not get determined into the sales document. Okay. So let me do one thing. For the practice purpose, I can do one thing. Let me go through our pricing procedure. Okay. What is our pricing procedure here? Not B. I think it starts with M. So this one is our pricing procedure, right? So let me go through the controls. So the step 20. What is that? VPRS. Okay. Here we have to check this one. And the subtotal is B. And here the requirement is 4. Okay. So let me save it. Okay. And if we create one order, and if you go through the conditions here, here you cannot see that here you cannot see that VPRS, right?
Okay.
Because here we have unchecked that determine cost field. Okay. And if you check this one, and if you create the sales order again, and if you go through the conditions, here you can able to see the VPRS, right? So this is the cost condition type. And if you would like to determine the VPRS condition type into the sales document, then you have to check determine cost field in the item category controls. So are you clear with it?
Okay.
And this is what is having some error, not an issue. It's not mandatory now. We will discuss about it in the pricing.
Okay.
So in this class we have covered the controls till here. Okay. So in the next class we will discuss the remaining controls. So I think the session is clear to you, and if you have any queries you can ask me now.